Both dyslexia and APD, or auditory processing disorder, impact the way that the brains process the sounds that they hear. As in, they kind of impact hearing, but not literal hearing, just the way that we process what we hear. And I just made a video where I talked about some of the ways that dyslexia does that, and I want to try and differentiate just a little bit about how that's different than the way that APD does that. Because a lot of the ways that it actually shows up can appear very similar, even though they're slightly different. So with dyslexia, the way that it impacts what you're hearing is that it impacts your brain's ability to identify or isolate some of the sounds within the words, and then also the ability to like map out, store, remember, or use those sounds for spelling. With APD, instead, what happens is your brain will struggle with actually processing the sound that you're hearing at all. Like if you're in a really noisy environment, your brain will just be hearing all of the stimuli and will struggle to differentiate between any of the sounds. Which is why a dyslexic person, if you say a word and they mishear it, they're likely to ask for clarification and be like, no, I heard the word, I just wasn't sure if you said ladder or latter. Versus with somebody who has APD, they're going to be like, I didn't hear you. What did you say? Say the whole thing again, because my brain couldn't identify it at all. But just to make all of this a little bit more convoluted, it's also just really common for people who have dyslexia to also have APD. And therefore, they'll experience both the challenges, both the, what, my brain didn't hear that at all, and the, wait, what did you say? I heard the word, I think, but I couldn't fully differentiate between two words that it really sounded like. So that's me trying to kind of explain the difference, but it's so much, like, there's so much nuance there. And also, I'm not an audiologist, which means APD itself is not specifically my expertise. So also take that.